my name is. I always find it's better when you start in a live stream if you actually unmute the microphone. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. How are we all doing this fine Sunday evening? What's occurring, as they say in Wales? Or as people who don't live in Wales think everybody in Wales says. But they don't. Thank you, Corpus Defectus. I have just managed to turn on the audio. What a crap start that was. Anyway. What's happening then, everyone? Are we all diddling? You just make sure my stream is healthy. There's nothing worse than an unhealthy live stream. Oh, seems mega. Seems mega. So, hands up if you've read the description underneath this video. I bet you haven't. Andre, Mrs. Blinder is not here yet. I believe she is doing the dishes. Sorry. I did some of the dishes, but I had to retire from doing the dishes to come and do this instead. Olek, no comment. No comment at all. I'm doing very well, Mr. Ogres. Why use a 3 instead of an E? You're so rock and roll. You're so down with the kids. Good evening, Stringer News 1. So, nobody's going to own up to reading the... good evening, Christopher Shapley, DVM CVA. I was my favourite American veterinarian. Well, anyway, the reason I was asking if anybody has read the description underneath the video is because of this. Skadoosh. Free channel member, currently available. Free channel membership, currently available for all YouTube premium users in selected countries, of course. And the countries are a bit odd. So we've got the UK and Ireland. Nothing odd about that. Go UK. We've got Brazil, South Korea, and Japan. A bit strange, but it is what it is. So if you would like to become a channel member and get one of these swanky badges displayed at the bottom of my graphic, because I'm feeling all high tech today, then you can become a channel member for free. And it still supports the channel because I still get the revenue that I would have got if you'd paid, if that makes any sense at all. So if you are a YouTube premium user, join my channel because you can do it for bugger all. Can't say fairer than that, can you? So has anyone done it already? It would seem so. Oh, that's a bit far away over there. You just pull it by ear for a minute. So we have got Jackek. Oh. Zaworski. And Marjrez. Have I said it right? Probably not. But that's who we've got. So thank you, guys. And if anybody else would like channel membership, because the benefits are absolutely astounding. You get badges. And occasionally, when I'm feeling very organized, you get early access to my videos. But not always. So do this. Become a channel member for free. How does that sound? I bet you're tempted, aren't you? Which one am I getting as a tattoo? Which what am I getting as a tattoo? Chris Toddington. A very, very posh sounding name. Mr. Toddington. So, who saw Boris's speech? Because I only saw some of it. Hello, Cindy Sue. It's nice to be live again. I need to catch up on Boris's speech because my son just rang me and apparently we are all now free to leave our homes, but we still must adhere to social distancing rules and regulations. So, Tomek Nap, if you've watched it, you can fill us in. Come on, what happened? We're waiting. The pressure's on you. We all need to know what went on. We all need to know. Oh, one other thing as well. New merch. For anybody who hasn't seen it, there is now Sarcasm Cam t-shirts and mugs in the Creaky Blinder merch store.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
Oh, Chris Hurst has just become a channel member. Welcome, Chris. Yeah, so there's CGI mugs and t-shirts and Sarcasm Cam mugs and t-shirts. And if anybody goes over and buys them during the live stream, your name will appear somewhere. Maybe by there. Or sometimes by there. It'll appear somewhere, but only if you put your name in when you buy it on Teespring. If you leave it unnamed, it just comes up, anonymous, bought a t-shirt. And that's no fun, is it? No fun at all. So go and buy one. Right now, if you want to. You haven't got to. But if you do want to help the channel, but the old Wangaroony is tight, just do this. It's amazing balls. Absolutely amazing. But anyway, enough of shilling myself. String of news one. But yeah, you're probably better off not putting your middle name in. Kevin Hurst. Didn't I just read that one out? Yes, I did. Why are there notifications all over the shop? I don't know. Yeah, channel membership starts at $1.99. There's a $1.99 tier, a $4.99 tier, an $8.99 tier.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
Kevin Hurst has become a channel member. Obviously a man of impeccable taste. Or easily persuaded, whichever the case may be. And then there's I think there's a $22.99 tier. But nobody ever seems to do that. I'm actually sorry now that when I set up channel membership, I didn't just set up one single tier. I think that would have been a smarter way to do it. Bye-bye, Crafty Keeler. See you later. I think that would have been a much more sensible way to do it, but I don't know if I can change it now. I don't know. What? Oh, good evening, Mr. Andrat. How are you? A Funkadelic fan. So many companies cashing in on the epidemic. Did I mention there's Blinder Gang face masks coming soon? No, there's not. But wouldn't that be cool? Everybody be and I would if I could do Blinder Gang face masks, I would have to put my face on them. So everybody would be walking around with my mug on their mug. Oh, highest tier is $24.99. Thank you, Cook It. Good evening, Tamra Blaine, because I always accidentally call you Tamara. Am I correct tonight, calling you Tamra? It's not Mother's Day in the UK, I'm afraid. Mother's Day in the UK was last month. But I will pass on your best wishes anyway. I tell you what, guys, I'm sure I had my eyes tested not long before the world decided to fall apart. But I'm not seeing too good. I can't wear my varifocals, otherwise I have a... Ah, yeah, there we are, Mrs. Blinder in the house. In his house. There we are, Mrs. Blinder. Look, this is what I was doing when I sneaked off upstairs earlier. I was making these swanky graphics. One, because there's free channel membership. And two, because there's swanky new merch. Just so you know, I wasn't up here picking my nose and scratching my ass. I know I've lost my... If you leave it different levels, some who can afford more will join higher levels, but having low like you do means people like me... Ah, right. Yeah, no, Mark Swabby, I wasn't saying I would get rid of the $1.99. I would never get rid of that, because that's exactly why I did it. Because not everybody can spare a $5 a month. Not everybody can spare £9 a month or 25 quid a month. So that's why I started it off at a $1.99 tier. But what I'm saying is, should I have only done $1.99 and $4.99? Because I've got a couple of $8.99 members, but not that many. But there, it's done now. It is what it is, isn't it? Oh, Chris Shapley, shit. Ooh, I said a swear. Excuse me. Mrs. Blinder says hello. The reason she doesn't say hello in the side chat is because she always watches from her phone. And as any of you who are using your phones now will know, it is an absolute pain in the ass to @ somebody on your phone because you have to type it all out manually. Now, I dare say, if your name was just Chris, she may @ you. But seeing as it's Chris Shapley DVM CVA, she has not. But she says hello anyway. Right, what are we going to talk about? I'm waffling now. Waffle, waffle, waffle. Oh, good evening, Bacon Earth, aka TNT /BG. Does that stand for Bacon God by any chance? I know my abbreviations. Yes, so yes, Chris, that's why like so. Bill Schofield just bought a Sarcasm Cam mug because he's got good taste. Oh, it's quick that disappears. Maybe I can adjust how long that stays for, but we don't want it to stay for too long, do we? Ooh, made you all jump. Indeed you did, Louis Lewis. I did the $1.99 and then you generously gave me premium. Thanks, Creaks. Did I? How did I do that? Because I've got no control over the membership tiers. Well, let me rephrase. I make the tiers, but I've got no control over who gets what. Andy Monk. Thanks for liking my recent comments. Have subscribed, by the way. Good. Can we have more of the Laughing Parrot? Cheers, Andy. Yeah, no, I've still got the Laughing Parrot clip, and I will use it again. But the reason I'm trying not to overuse, because I've noticed of late I've been using the CGI clip. What CGI clip, you say? CGI. That CGI clip. But people are starting to not complain, not whinge like little sissies that I'm using it too much. But then other people in the same video comment section tell me I don't use it enough, and they equally seem to like Sarcasm Cam. What a t-shirt that would make. Oh, that's right, it's already on a t-shirt. Well, slap my thigh and call me Cecil. Yeah, so it's really tricky because you never know what to do for the best. So do I keep going and using Sarcasm Cam in the videos? Because I see people's point. Let me higher my chair a bit. I'm either shrinking or my chair's dropped down a bit because I've been adjusting my zoom today. I see people's point. Good evening, the casual spaceman. How the bloody hell are you? No, it's gone. What was I talking about? Somebody remind me, for goodness gracious sakes. I gotta move that. That's bugging the ass off me. It's too near the edge. Alert. 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 Alert box. Alert box. What? That do be better. I can't stand it when things are on the wonk. Does my turban in. Oh, $2 super chat from Sphere itself. Nothing to fear but Sphere itself. How about a Nathan Thompson parody video? In what respect? What do you mean? Do you want me to make fun of Nathan Thompson more than I already do? Using the clip of him Ryan in his car and singing No Doubt? Because I'm very happy to do that. I would be much obliged, in fact. And I would enjoy it considerably. But I'm not quite sure what you mean by a parody, a Nathan Thompson parody. Because if you want me to pretend to be Nathan Thompson, no. Just no. Nathan Thompson is a parody of himself, says James. Absolutely right. Casual Spaceman is bloody well isolated because he is symptomatic, similar to COVID, but I don't think it is COVID. Well, you got to be careful, dude. You got to watch yourself. Got to be very, 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 very careful. What did everybody think of the 2 minutes of funky music before the stream started? I was watching a live stream, yes, maybe yesterday, maybe today. It could have been today. All the days just seem to be blending one into the other now. Days of the week have completely lost their meaning for the time being. And I saw some other live stream do that. Ah, right, Sphere itself. Now, this is the issue for me. I don't know who you are. Because I haven't got a Patreon called Sphere itself. Oh, who am I to shy away from a special request? Especially for you, Chris Shapley. DVM CVA. CGI. Did I mention you can have free channel membership only until the end of May 2020 if you live in America, South Korea? Why South Korea? Japan? Again, I don't think I've got any Japanese subscribe. Well, I've never had anybody comment and say, I watch your videos from Japan. I've never had anyone say that. But possibly they do. But what felt very professional, Turquoise Laura? I need to know these things. Oh, right, the music leading into the live stream, you mean? Yeah, and funny you should say professional, because the channel I saw doing it is actually they're a channel that basically give other content creators sort of tips and instructions on how to live stream professionally. So based on your comment, they obviously know what they're talking about, don't they? But yeah, I thought it was quite cool. I thought it was quite cool, and I like that sort of style of sort of blues, kind of blues, rock and roll, that sort of style of music. Oh, talking about rock and roll, Little Richard has passed away, isn't he? How very sad. For those of you who don't know and care, and for those of you who don't care, my live stream, so I can say what I want. And I'm going to. I was raised on 50s and 60s music because my parents were of that generation. Jerry Lee Lewis, Little Richard, Elvis Presley, of course, Eddie Cochran, Tutti Frutti Indeed, String of News One. So yeah, I was really shocked to hear that. He was knocking on a bit, though, when he was 80, or was he a little bit older than 80? But either way, I was really, really shocked to hear that he'd passed away. But unfortunately, Shakin' Stevens, obviously S2000 GT. But unfortunately, death is the only thing in life that we can all guarantee will happen at some point. Not to sound morbid, but it does. And there ain't no dodging it. Which is why I've got that particular sticker on the tank of my motorcycle. Good evening, Audrey Rebedew. How are you this evening? When lockdown is over, would love to see you, Simon Dan, and Conspiracy Cats, the Holy Trinity in my book, together take on Flurfers Live. Just a thought. I would never, ever, ever debate a flat earther. Did you see my last video? Did you see the very, very clever challenge that was put to myself and other debunkers? And I say other debunkers, I'm not a debunker. I've never even been in debunker. So I do not debunk flat earthers. Because how can I say this without this sounding hugely offensive to all the people that do debunk them? Because as I said in Friday's video, their arguments are just, they have nothing to them. Nothing to them at all. It would be like arguing the color of the sky, in my opinion. But what do I know? So basically, good evening, Rob McGowan. So basically what the challenge was is go onto YouTube, type flat earth into the search bar, and then filter the results by the last month. So the flat earthers video cannot be more than 1 month old. And then using content that I have already put up, so my older content, previous content, use clips or arguments from my older videos to debunk the flat earthers' new arguments that they've come up with in the last month. But there aren't any. So it's an impossible challenge. And like I say, that's why I don't debate flat earthers. Because I haven't got the patience for it. Example, and maybe one of my lovely subscribers can help me with this. I need to improve my tolerance. Can you hear me okay, by the way? I need to improve my tolerance for people that believe in conspiracy theories. Skolt's buys. Man, they make a good team. Simon and Creaky Blind, the sarcasm 200% with amazing knowledge. Love you guys. My knowledge is not that amazing. My ability to use Google, look for reliable sources, and quote those reliable sources may be amazing, but my knowledge, not so much. And again, people have said to me before, why do you say things like that? Flat earthers will use it against you. So, see this face? Does it look like it cares about anything a flat earther says? Oh, I got quite starstruck earlier on as well. I had a comment on my D-Marble video from 2 weeks ago from Hip Hop Hippie. How about that then? It was almost as if David Beckham had commented on one of my videos. So yeah, flat earthers are really, 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 really stupid. And I wouldn't waste my time debating one of them. And I know they just say, oh, that's because you're scared because you can't debate. Because I get that. We all get the same sort of comment. Go on Nathan Oakley's debate. Why? So I can hear him slap his child? No, you're okay, mate. I'll give it a miss. Because Nathan's a loser. Anthony Riley is a loser. Nathan Thompson is a huge loser. Anyone who believes in flat earth has either had a knock on the head or they're doing it on purpose just to piss off normal people like me and you, obviously. Know what I'm saying? So yeah. James, yes, some conspiracies do turn out to be true, but this is what I mean. I have never said all conspiracies are false. There's been plenty of conspiracies that have been proven to be true. The conspiracies I don't like are the ridiculous made-up ones, like Lagerlurgi's connection to 5G, to give but one example. Let's give two. Flat Earth. Let's give three. The moon landings were faked. Let's give four. Space is fake. Grow up. Just grow up. Joanna Chenela, I'm training to be a therapist. Oh, God. I want to see if time with a flat earther changes their opinion over time. Well, there have been some saved flat earthers. For example, Seek Truth, Speak Truth. Or was it Speak Truth, Seek Truth? The guy that's in my side chat sometimes. Really, really nice guy. Conspiracy Cats has had him on and had a conversation with him, and I will have him on at some point because how could I forget Mud Flooders, Tamra? How could I forget Mud Flooders? Seeing as it's my favourite, Barnabas's favourite topic. He just loves a bit of a mud flood. So many innuendos, so little time. But anyway, let's move on. Free channel membership at the minute. Mind if you've got a YouTube premium account. I'm going to leave that there to annoy you all. It's very easy to follow Flat Earth, saves time on education and digging into science. Yep, absolutely. And you know one thing I'm getting fed up of as well? And I'm going to start putting my foot down. People accusing me of having no understanding of science. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I don't have the same level of understanding as Fight the Flat Earth or Simon Down or Conspiracy Cats, Plan to Walk. Basically everyone else. It's just me that doesn't. But that doesn't mean I've got no understanding of science. I'm telling you now. And I will be proving it all to you. Coming up shortly. Not in this live stream, but keep your eyes peeled for next Friday's video. What I think I'm going to do as well, it may even be Tuesdays. Just keep your eyes open. You'll see what I'm saying when I... Yeah. I'm considering... The more observant of you will have noticed that my recent videos have all been Flat Earth videos. And that's because they've just been sort of presenting themselves to me in my recommended feed on YouTube. So obviously I'm going to save them to my possible videos list. Good evening, Tim Cowell. That reminds me. How's Simon? And I need to do something to you. I mean for you. No, I don't want to report him. I don't want to do that. Tim, you've been spannered. And remember, with great spanner comes great responsibility. Moderate at will. But that doesn't mean ban everybody whose name is Will. Just so there's no misunderstanding. Right? What do you think of the new background then, peeps? Thanks for so many people noticing, you know. It's not as if I spent 3 hours sweating my ass off in this room today, rearranging my lights and getting rid of the shelf that was over there and replacing it with a shelf higher up the wall, which I now wish I'd put lower down the wall because nobody can see it. Yeah. Just, yeah. Good evening, Clive Wells. Uh-oh. Google moderator team in the house. Careful. Thank you, Bill Schofield. But it doesn't count if I have to prompt you into complimenting me. Don John. We watching your punk. I don't get it. You must be American. UFO equals alien. Forrest Pfeiffer, in some people's minds, yes it does. A UFO is simply what it stands for. It's an unidentified flying object. If a country were developing an aircraft and somebody spotted it flying and nobody had ever seen it before and they couldn't identify it, that would be an unidentified flying object. But it certainly does not mean that there were aliens aboard that unidentified flying object. Good evening, Gio. If that's how you say your name, because I think I got corrected last time. Well, that's what I call you. The Logical Idiot, good evening. Don't worry about the Google mod. He had to ban himself for a comment earlier. Oh, at least he moderates himself then, you know, so he's not showing any favoritism at all. Right, I need a swig. My mouth isn't drier than a nun's chuff. Oh, tell me how to say it, Gio. Is it Gio? Soft G. What's a soft G? Gio. But then that's Donkey from Winnie the Pooh. Gio? Io? I haven't got a Scooby-Doo. Oh, which one though? I've said it about 5 times now. Gio. 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 Is that how you say it? Was that right? Is it Gio? No. Oh, so I got it right once. Damn. So, hang on a second. Maybe I'm stupider than I thought. Gayo. Stray burr. What? You winding me up now, aren't you? Guard. Gio. Gayo. What? Gayo? Gio? Right. Let's do it like this. If it's Gio, give me a thumbs up. If it's Gayo, give me a thumbs down. Don John, what are you G'sing about now? Who stole the jam out of you, a donut? Who are you? Why are you a black dot? Why do I care so much? Bonjour, Sumba Ian. I'm just keeping an eye out for G, like in Jesus. So it's Gio, like I've said all along. It's pronounced throat warbler mangrove. Doing a confirmed Illuminati symbol doesn't help. Because I said Gio and Gayo. Good evening, Mr. Stryber. How are you? Thank you for joining. Space Common indeed, Don John. This bloody time delay. Gio. Gio? I'm waiting, Gio. Gio! Stryber. That's bloody marvellous, that is. Oh. I need to lay down after that. You like my sippy cup? I can't be trusted with a proper mug in case I spill it down my clean shirt. Right, anyway, what? Divine Toad was just binge watching Creaky episodes. You poor person. Geostreba. Got it. I bet you've got an accent like, what's his fanny? You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger. What, Tau Ceti Alpha. And he's a liar anyway. Whenever I see him, he always tells me he'll be back, but he never comes back. Marcel loved the Bigfoot episode, Russian women. Gio Stryber. You're German, aren't you? Why did I have this rude to point? Gio Stryber. Nailed it. Oh, almost. I'm not going to stop now until I get it bang on. Gio Stryber. Gio Stryber? Gio Stryber? I'm starting to get on my own nerves now. I think it's best to stop. But welcome anyway. And for anybody who wasn't here earlier on, free channel membership if you've got YouTube Premium until the end of this month. May. Star Wars month. But anyway. So, has anybody got any questions? Preferably not about how to pronounce things. Because as you can see, I'm not the best at it. But if you have got any... no. I've had enough now of saying Gio Stryber's name. I might just call him Steve. Make my life easier. Right, Steve? So, who has become a channel member? Somebody with a funny name. Did it before the stream started. Somebody else with a funny name did it before the stream started. Margerez. So good they named him or her twice because I'm not sure from that name because I'm an ignoramus. Chris Hurst became a channel member. Kevin Hurst. Brothers in the house? Or just a quinky dink? Became a channel member. $2 super chat from Sphere itself. Another $2 super chat from Sphere itself. $5 from my favorite American veterinarian. We did the CGI and sarcasm cam, and Chris Shapley has just bought a mug. What good taste he has. $2.79 Canadian. How about the money sarcasm cam? Oh, I couldn't possibly. I tried to, but I couldn't get the music to play on the t-shirts while people were wearing them, so it's not going to be as effective without and then $2 US from the plot hole. Have a lager on me. Cheers. Thank you, dude. Oh, the Nuremberg area, where the ring is. The Nuremberg ring. I only know that because I used to play it in a racing game. Mark Wagner, good evening. It's definitely creaky, not creaky. Somebody's asking for the specs on my PC. No, they're on my face. That's what these are. My PC does not need to wear glasses. But thank you for your concern. It's me, the short-sighted, not my computer. And as for the actual specs on my computer, clearly not as good as I thought they were, based on the conversation I had with Tim Cowell yesterday, who very kindly okay, sorry, Gio Streba. I apologize. Yeah, so thanks to Tim Cowell as well for helping me out with some memory for my computer and helping me to what you call it? Optimize it. I am now optimized. But I have got a fan blowing wind in my face because, as it turns out, my CPU fan was spinning at 5,000 and still is spinning at 5,000 RPMs, which apparently is a bit excessive as it's meant to be spinning at about 900. But what do I know? I can't even spell computer. Thank you, Audrey Rebedu. Yes, I am on keto, so AKDM, that's why I am not drinking Poopsie Max. And thanks for reminding me that I'm not able to drink my absolute favourite beverage in the world. Very kind of you. I really do appreciate that. No, I don't. But yes, I'm back on keto. Because when I shaved my beard off the other day, and as you can see, I'm now growing it back, I had mysteriously... Now, I've had a beard for about 6 or 7 years, and I am almost certain that when I grew that beard, I only had one chin. Now, I've lost about 3 stone in the last 6 months. So, I don't know, what's that, about 45 pounds for all the American peeps. So, you can imagine my surprise when I shaved my beard off and I had a spare chin, just, you know, hanging about, waiting for the action. Don't know what's going on with it. Don't know why it happened, but I did. So I'm back on keto now, but I'm focusing specifically on my chin area because that's how diets work, isn't it? I'm on the chin diet. Oh, that's the last thing I need, Chris Shapley, is a waddle. Yes, indeed, Tim Cowell. It's amazing what you can do when you restrict yourself from being a starving get like I was. Shoveling shit into my mouth all the time and drinking 50 plus cans of Pepsi Max a week. As well as a Monster Energy drink every morning. It's not good. Oh, good evening, Joe Whip. It's called age. No, it's called a second chin. And I haven't got long hair, so I can't do the old facelift ponytail and sort of pull it all back. Good evening, Harvey Creaky. Shall I read that out, I wonder? Dan's been on keto for 3 years. That's awesome, Dan. I gotta be honest, when I went on to the keto diet last year, we're talking about diets now but we talk about all sorts of weird stuff on my live streams, don't we? So you're used to it. I went on to the keto diet after I came back from holiday, vacation, for the American translation, last year, so in July. And it started working really quickly. Then obviously Christmas came, as it tends to do, and I wasn't going to spoil my Christmas fare by denying myself the nice things over Christmas. So then the beginning of this year, I was kind of half on keto, half not, and then I noticed that I've for a number of years I've been a 36 waist, and I got down to a 32 waist, and a 32 was loose on me. So I could feel my 32 waist trousers getting tight on me, and it was like, oh no, I'm not putting weight back on. So that's why I've gone back onto keto now. But that very long-winded explanation could have just as easily been replaced with the following sentence, because this is what it was all leading to. First time I was on keto, I found it really easy and really easy to stick to. But for some strange reason, this time it's much more difficult. I'm really missing snacking, because the problem I had is, well, not had, the problem I have is, you know, when you're sat on the sofa in the evening watching your favorite Netflix series or watching a film or whatever it may be, then I can't seem to kick that desire to grab I don't know, just something to snack on. And that's what I'm finding difficult. So, because I've given such a huge explanation to a relatively simple statement, I've forgotten who's... Oh, Dan. So, Dan, if you've got any snack ideas for people who are trying to follow a ketogenic diet, thecreakyblinder@gmail.com would be much obliged to hear from you. Thank you very much. But yeah, I'm finding it much more difficult this time to last time. It was bizarre. Calories after 11 o'clock don't count. I think you may find your mistake in there. Audrey Rebedu, do I exercise in addition to keto? Moving on. No, I don't, Audrey. I know I should, but I don't. No, I don't. Yeah, Dan, thanks, mate. Send it over. See, I'm being serious as well, because if you can give me any sort of pointers, because that's where I struggle with it. Because when I was on it last time, I even got, you know, and I know this doesn't really apply at the minute, but you know, if you go out to eat, a lot of people used to complain that it was really difficult to find a suitable meal if you went out to a restaurant or a pub. I know you don't. Well, you do have pubs in there, but you know, if you went out for something to eat. But all I used to do, because everything, so if you order a steak, it comes with chips, fries for the Americans. If you order, I don't know, a gammon steak, it comes with chips. If you order a chicken breast, it comes with chips. So what I used to do, I just used to ask the restaurant, and they nearly always were able to do it, if they would just replace the chips with halloumi fries. Because I do be loving me a bit of cheese. And cheese is a very big part of the keto diet, thankfully. Otherwise, I would have no chance in hell of sticking to it. Don John, bro, need to check. Do you know your sentences aren't making much sense at all? So I don't know whether I'm missing bits of the conversation. Dahak86, you've missed absolutely nothing. Oh, but I could be lying. If you've only just got, yeah? Skadoosh. Oh. You've not seen this yet. Free channel membership. I know you're already a channel member. That was a stupid thing to point out. Just go and buy a t-shirt instead. Because you love me. Thanks. Yeah. Doctor Who, you mean crisps? No. Chips are potatoes cut up into, you know, sort of finger-sized pieces and fried in oil and then devoured. Crisps are potatoes also, but they're cut into very thin slivers and then deep fried. Obviously. Bloody Americans. Chips. Chips are what you have with fish. Or as, what do the Kiwis say? Fashion chops. Some strange reason I'll never understand. Harvey Creakin, love the sarcasm cameo on Simon Dan's channel. You mean this one? I just realised something really, really cool. Have I heard about the giant garbage island in the Atlantic Ocean? I have not, Mr. Streber. Oh, funny. In the Netherlands, chips are actually crisps. My gast has never been so flabbered. I thought people from the Netherlands were just as normal as us people from the UK. No, you don't have fries with fish. You have fries with a McDonald's. See, now this is where it gets confusing. If I go to a restaurant and have a burger, I have a burger with chips. But if I go to McDonald's, I have to have a burger with fries. Because McDonald's don't do chips, they only do fries. Nuts. Exactly. Thank you. There is no such thing as fish and fries. That would just be stupid. And correct me if I'm wrong. I know. Can you believe it? Me being wrong. Don't they have fish and chip shops in America now? Because Americans seem to love all things British. Well, some things British. Does that make sense? Why are people saying that makes perfect sense? Does it matter anyway? Potato, tomato. Makes no difference. You say it your way, I say it my way. I'm right, you're wrong. Ha ha ha. He may be drunk on pineapple beer. That's why you can't understand him. It's a conspiracy. Who? I can't hear anyone. I'm in a room by myself. I have no speakers on. Oh, now then. This is a Mrs. Blinder suggestion, but I like it. So I'm considering doing it. I'm sure we're all familiar in these times with Zoom. How would some people feel, and who would be brave enough? Not other creators though, right? This is for subscribers, right? Because I have creators on at guests, and Creaky Cast will be coming back, and I've decided to get all inventive and call it Creaky Cast Season 2. Once things are back to normal. But Shane Martin, that is 100% true. That's the only way that a creator makes money. Apart from merch sales and people who are kind enough to support them on Patreon and to super chat them during live streams. But yeah, if nobody ever watched any of the any creators' ads, then no creator would make any money. So it is 100% correct, Shane. So out of the people who are here now that are not creators, who would be brave enough to come on a live stream with me via a Zoom call? And not just one-to-one. I think on Zoom, you're going to have loads of people on Zoom, but I think if we say I'll have 6 guests. Oh, I didn't know what 6 was then, didn't you? So, who would come on? Shane Martin would. Turquoise Laura would. Cy Allen would. Craven would. Darhak would. Bill Schofield would. Mark Swaby would. Joe Whip would. Audrey Rebedy would consider it. Well, considering is not a no, is it, Audrey? So I may well hold you to that. Right? So yeah, it's just no, Olek, it won't be a Zoom orgy, it will just be a group conversation. I thought it would be funny. Good evening, Marvel Girl, how are you? You don't have to quit YouTube to do it. I just thought it would be, well, let me just be completely honest, I didn't think of it at all. It was Mrs. Blinder's idea. Oh, Tim Cowell, now if you can get your brother Simon to come on as well, that would make my week. That would be awesome. That would be nearly as good as my computer being just a gnat's chuff away from being completely fixed. All I'm waiting for now is my new CPU fan and a tube of paste, which is mysteriously turning up tomorrow, and the fan isn't coming until Tuesday. Why tease me, Amazon? That is so childish. The Turtle Moves is asking, will... all right, I saw what you asked, but then you retracted the message, so I'll assume you don't want me to. But the answer to the question is probably not the Turtle Moves. But there's Mrs. Blinder there. Well, it's a caricature, whatever. Oh, Carter, I would be up for it. Mr. Streber, if I need any PC tech support, just ring me up. Computers are my only friend. I will bear that in mind, Mr. Streber. And thank you for the kind offer. You know, that's one thing that baffles me about being a YouTube creator. Because being the cynical individual I am, prior to becoming a creator on YouTube, I just thought everyone was a dick. And I really did. If I'm being honest, I kind of still do. Real life people. It's not often I come across somebody I like. But then the way some people behave towards me via my comment section, in messages I get, emails. For example, this microphone, which was bought and sent to me by the Turtle Moves. Tim Cowell, who's just for some reason said nerd alert. We all know you're a nerd, Tim. There's no need to advertise it. Tim sent me new memory for my computer. Very kind of him. He didn't have to. He didn't want anything for it. He just did it. You know, it just absolutely baffles me. Absolutely baffles me. Roy Gordon, would it be a light chat or a serious debate? What, you mean the Zoom call? It'll just be a chat, because I don't debate anyone. Because I'm a big fan of not wasting my time. And it'll be for subscribers to my channel, not flatards. Team Skeptic in the house! I thought you had gone off me or something. How the hell are you, Mr. Skeptical? Very nice to see you, old chappy old bean. It's been a while. So yeah, that's a plan. Maybe. Yeah, why haven't you got a wrench? Where's my doohickey gone? Oh, missed. Team Skeptic, why, what? How was your wrench gone? Okie dokie. Pigs in a pokey. Why is your wrench gone, Team Skeptic? I don't get it. But anyway, we can have that conversation another time. We can have that conversation another time. Again, Mr. Streber, I don't know why you haven't got one either. I thought you did have one. But we don't just give wrenches out willy-nilly on this channel. I either have to know the person, or they have to be Patreon. Because it's one of the it's not much of a reward, really, is it? Yeah, give me $5 a month and I'll give you a little blue fake spanner. Yeah. Own my bum fluff. Don't twist anyone's nuts that easily. Oh, does it really, Gio? Gio. Mr. Schreiber. I bet your real name's something like Dave, isn't it? Or Clive. Or maybe Keith. Keith. Who would name their baby Keith? Sorry to any Keiths that are in the side chat. Ah, right. Well, I didn't know that. Oh, I might have to repossess some of these spanners if that's the case then. Oh, Shed Rage High is a Keith. By his own admission. Were you adopted? Did your parents hate you? Bloody hell, it's half a state already. I've been going an hour already and I haven't even said anything yet. But I haven't said much anyway. Yeah, Keith is it's an almost cruel name. Oh, was it really? Right, sorry. I need a swig. Refresh my palate. So yeah, so we'll try and do a Zoom live stream maybe next week. If not next week, the week after that. But failing that, the week after that. If not then, definitely one Sunday this year. Maybe. But the people who get to come in to the live doohickey, obviously they're going to have to be known to me because I don't want to sound like a tool, but I can't just let randomers in because obviously I don't know everybody, and the last thing I need is somebody coming in and doing something bloody stupid on a live stream. But I just think it would be good fun because I do enjoy interacting with people on a Sunday. That's what my live streams are all about. Because it always yeah, but Team Skeptic, you always do them in the middle of the night and I'm old. You know, I could jump on when I wake up for an old man pee at about 3 o'clock in the morning, but that wouldn't be much fun, and nobody wants to see me in my pants. That's underwear for all the Americans watching. So yeah, so we'll definitely, maybe, possibly do that next weekend or one weekend in a year. 1 year. How about I come to the next battle of the what, Marvel Girl? Sov sets. Sovereign Citizens. I want to find a good Sovereign Citizens video. Ah, Mrs. Blinder wants me to have Mr. Dr. Shapley on my Zoom live stream. That's a given. Chris Shapley will be on. He'll be on it like a car bonnet. Yeah, I've been looking for a good Sovereign Citizens video to make content about. I've just remembered something I was gonna say about 45 minutes ago. But I got distracted by not shaking hands with a giant, by the side chat. I've forgotten again. Have I? Oh, you're back. Fire away, Team Skeptic. If I can do it, I will. If I can't, I shan't. Simple pimple. Show us your dimple. CGI. Hashtag zombie ET. What's up to you as well? But I'm not American enough to say what's up and make it sound cool. Just sounds weird when I say it. Absolutely, Team Skeptic. Send them over. I don't need them, but if you know, if it'll help you out, I'll be happy to. I'd be happy to. Just email me for my postal address. I can't say sup either, because it comes across as douchey. Because as well as not being American enough, I'm not cool enough or young enough. So if I came onto the live stream tonight and went, sup homies, I just sound like a knob cheese. Don't be silly. I'm a 47-year-old Welsh bloke. I say very politely, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to another Creaky Blinder waffle session, because that's what they generally are. Yeah, they'll be fine, Team Skeptic. Sell-by dates are fake anyway. Send them over. Mrs. Blinder, could you just wait until I finish live streaming to pick on me? You don't have to do it in my side chat as well. Bit rude. But I'm guessing. I know exactly what you're saying. But you know, Mrs. Blinder, I am down with the kids. Back into focus. Right. Yeah, but I'm not from Yorkshire. Sabdeagle, whatever your name is. Welsh bloke with swanky stuff. And things. Don't forget the things. Just say what? Guten Morgen. I'm not going to say that last bit because I know the first bit means good morning, but that last bit could be something rude or something that'll get me into trouble. So no, I'm not saying it. Good evening, Riddy and Thomas. How are you? And welcome. Nice of you to join us. You must be at a loose end, like all 196 of the other people here. Do you know, Team Skeptic, it's funny you should say that. Going right back to the beginning of lockdown, you know, everybody is doing things like shaving their hair off themselves, and men and women are giving themselves haircuts at home, and there's a lot of people going around looking like Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber. Well, I thought it would be a good idea to not shave my head. And I lasted 36 hours. I just couldn't do it. Because by a cruel twist of fate, I wish I had some sad music to play in the background now, but I don't know how to use Streamlabs well enough to be able to do that. But I do know how to use Streamlabs well enough to be able to do this. CGI and Sarcasm Cam merch now available at the Creaky Blinder merch store. And if you buy while I'm on live stream, your name will appear on screen, as long as you use your name and don't just leave it as anonymous. I trimmed my moustache yesterday because my top lip was starting to disappear. It's very annoying when you drink a cup of frothy coffee and then white moustache ahoy. Not a good look for anyone. Creaky shaved his head before it was cool. I started shaving my head in my mid-20s. And I did it because I thought it would look cool. But then by a cruel twist of fate, when I decided that I no longer wanted to be bald and I thought I would just let my hair grow back, it didn't come back. Can you Adam and Eve it? What a cruel trick. Mother Nature, you suck. Bring back the beard. I'm trying, but I'm not like a Mr. Potato Head where I can just... and it comes out, but it's coming back. How about what? Moin moin. Mowing? Like as in mowing your lawn? You forget that when you tell me to say things that aren't in my own language, I have no idea. Kameraden. Ah, I should have known that, really, shouldn't I? But anyway, I didn't. Me not knowing. Can you imagine? Crazy times. Crazy times. So anyway, I asked this question right at the beginning. Who saw Boris on the telly earlier? What did he say? Was it good news? Because he was very selfishly on just before I went live. So I have not had the opportunity to watch it yet. I'm more than happy to answer that, Team Skeptic. They're both equally as smooth. Hair is very overrated. Anywhere. Great Circle, that is Welshest. But okay. Ivor the Engine. Say something in Welsh. I would love to hear you say Llanfair, Pwll Gwyngellt, Go Gerich, Windroboth, Llantysilio, Go Go Goch. Okay. F. Carnstein. Phased business opening from June. What about leaving our house? Hang on a second, Google moderator team. How do you know this? I'm fairly certain that Google isn't from Wales. No. This is the information I have to hand. This is what I heard from, you know. The last one, Team Skeptic. Google moderator team, you do seem to know everything. Hunter Rothman, what conspiracy theory is the most dangerous and which is the stupidest? Flat Earth is the stupidest, anti-vaxxers is the most dangerous. Ask me another. I could grow my beard back using CGI. CGI. Or sarcasm cam. But I believe in doing it the old-fashioned way. Patience. I had an eyebrow incident once, Team Skeptic, and it was not pretty. At the time, I didn't have any facial hair, so I had no moustache, I had no stubble, I had nothing. And my eyebrows were getting a bit, you know, a bit wispy. So I thought I would run the clippers over them. But because my eyesight isn't the best, I thought I had a grade 3 on there, but it was a grade 1. So my eyebrows are quite fair, as you will have noticed. Or you may not have. So I basically looked like a boiled egg with teeth. So, yeah. I would not nair off my eyebrows. Not again, anyway. Audrey Rebedu, you don't nair eyebrows, you shave them. Oh, no. No. I need my eyebrows. I need every strand of hair I've got available to me. Considering the shortage of it on my forehead. Because I'm not bald, my forehead is huge. It goes all the way down to the back of my neck. Hashtag zombie ET. Why did they put what? Is that a joke question? Hashtag zombie ET? Or is it a real question? Because even though you missed the V off vaccines... Haywood, I used to have only one eyebrow. My wife now makes sure I have two. Yeah, you may be onto something there, Team Skeptic. That's not a bad idea, actually, Audrey. Shave them off and tattoo them in. I could be permanently surprised then, couldn't I? Or I could have one up, one down. Go old James Bond on you. That could be fun. Oh, thank you, Alan Rogers. Do you mean on the Discord server? Peter Harrington, I couldn't have put that better myself. I'm not going bald, I'm just gaining face. I like it. I've remembered, I'm going to say it before I forget again. So remember, before playing a blinder was ever a thing, I used to do 2 series. I used to do Flat Hard Friday and Creaky Weekly. So I'm thinking of going back, not to Flat Hard Friday and Creaky Weekly, but so playing a blinder will be the Tuesday video. So still, playing a blinder was called Playing a Blinder by a subscriber. I can't remember who now, but anyway. And the idea was that at the time, Flat Earth was really gripping my shit, and I didn't want to make any Flat Earth videos. And it's going that way again. But anyway, that's a conversation for another time. But I was thinking Playing a Blinder would be Tuesdays. Well, it's Wednesday at the moment because of everything that's going on, and I'm having to spend a lot more time in the vape shop and blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares. So one video a week will be Playing a Blinder, and any other video will be... Friday's video will be a Flat Earth video, but I'm going to try and stop doing Flat Earth videos twice a week. Because they're... I don't want my hair tattooed in, Team Skeptic. I like being bald. This is what always makes me laugh, because... What happened to Creaky Blinder 2? Yeah, I know. That was a good idea, wasn't it? I just haven't got enough time. I don't know why I did it. I do know why I did it. I did it because I did the Onision videos and they didn't seem to fit well on my channel. And I thought, oh, I'll create a second channel, chuck them on there, and it'll be amazeballs. But it wasn't. Not many people subscribe to it. There's like 1,300 subscribers, something like that on there. But Team Skeptic, I read every comment that @CreakyBlinders me. I do my best. This is probably why my live streams are rubbish, because I spend more time reading comments than I do saying what I'm going to say. And now, thanks a lot, Mr. Texas Ranger. I forgot what I was going to say again. And where's Richard Rawlings' autograph for me as well? I may forget what I was talking about 4 seconds ago, but I didn't forget asking you for that 4 months ago. Or maybe it wasn't 4 months ago. I did my flower bed today, Joe Whip. Bet you didn't know I had a green thumb, did you? Not green anymore. I wash my hands, obviously. 20 seconds while singing happy birthday. Because I'm not silly. Cy Allen said I should have a rabbit tattooed on my head. From a distance it'll look like hair. Spelled H-A-R-E, of course. The joke's not funny if you've got to explain it, is it? Holy shit balls. David Height. Did you do that on purpose or by accident? That is the... I think that might be the biggest super chat I've ever had. Thank you very, very much indeed, David Height. Are you really tall? I hope you are. Otherwise, your name is most unfortunate. If you're an LP, that name could be problematic. Thank you, David. That's absolutely amazing. I'm absolutely blown. Oh, but add away. Wouldn't want anyone getting the wrong idea. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you, David. This illustrates the point I was making earlier on. People's kindness and people's willingness to support YouTubers, content creators, pointers and laughers, debunkers, whatever you choose to call people like me and Team Scrotum in the side chat and Arnold Schwarzenegger's mate, what's his name, Mr. Streber. It absolutely baffles me. Absolutely baffles me. And, you know, don't think that, obviously I can only speak for myself, but don't think that we're not grateful, because we are hugely. Because despite what everyone thinks, YouTubers aren't, well, some YouTubers are rich, but YouTubers my size, subscriber count size, most definitely are not rich. So super chats like that, very, very kind. S2000 GT, you just missed your mate. Google moderator, he was here earlier. I assume it's a he. Yeah, you do that, Team Skeptic. I mean, Team Scrotum. I can't talk really, can I? Team Skeptic, because quote, is it right? What's his name? Who played Deadpool? When I get old and wrinkly, I'm gonna look like a scrotum with teeth, and I. No, I don't already look like a scrotum with teeth. So if you're typing that, stop. Felix, what am I sucking on? It's an e-cigarette. I'm sure I just saw my favourite Dirk in the side chat. None other than Dirk Jensen. Haywood loves scrotums. Whatever floats your boat. Oh, this is going downhill now, isn't it? Thank you to Creaky for providing me with an emoji of myself. That's very, very kind of you. Get rid of the merch. Nobody's taking the hint. Damn you all. Ah, now then. Bacon Earth, aka TNT /BG with a blue spanner, has very kindly reminded me, as I asked him to, because I did promise him I would forget? What's a forget? I would forget. Patriot is doing a celebratory live stream. Is it straight after this, Bacon Earth, aka TNT /BG? Is it straight after this? Yes? No? Maybe? Possibly? Could be? Could not be? Forget to you as well, Benjamin Kramer. Can people stop bringing up foods that I'm missing? And as Dan emailed me out with some keto snacks, I'm starving. Yep, you just talk amongst yourselves in the side chat. Completely ignore me. That's fine. I know when I'm not wanted, I'll just sit here and play with some buttons. No, you carry on. Don't mind me. You know, not as if I got anything to do, is it? Patriot's live stream is at. Is it a live stream, Bacon Earth, or is it a premiere? Mrs. Blinder, you're not meant to laugh. You're meant to jump to my defense and say, you lot suck. How could you ignore my darling husband working hard on working hard, sitting in front of his camera, talking to the lens as if it's a real person on a Sunday night? That's just not cool, homie dogs. Smooth jazz. Oh, I won't be playing any smooth jazz. What flavour am I vaping this evening? I am vaping... I don't actually... It's called Catapult. But I don't know what the flavour is. But it's fruity and yummy. Oh, Carter, I can't have fush and chups because I am on the ketogenic diet. And fush batter has carbs. And chups are potatoes, which are carbs. You can, Kevin Hurst, but make it quick, please. You can go after the live stream. And in future, would you mind raising your hand before you just blurt it out in front of the rest of the class? Happy Mother's Day to you as well, Dirk Jensen. But number one, I'm not a mother. And number two, Mother's Day was in March in the UK. But I appreciate the thought. It's very kind of you, Dirk, me old China teapot. Audrey Rebedy was thinking about switching to vaping. Any advice? Yeah, do it. 100%. Ignore all the bullshit you see online because 99.9% of it is shite and misinformation. Naked and baked fish with halloumi chips. The halloumi chips, yeah, I can't eat fish at all, Turquoise Laura, because I don't like it. I don't like it. It's hanging, minging and hanging. Yeah, keto, itch babe. Itch abe, babe. Itch abe. Yeah, keto. What was I saying? I was... Do I think the lager lurgy may have been overplayed by the powers that be? No, I do not, James. And until I see any evidence to prove it, I will continue to think not. But that question has just reminded me about something I was going to say, and I nearly forgot it again then. No, you cannot sell THC-based e-liquids, Tim Cowell, but you can sell CBD-based e-liquids. I have got to develop a tolerance for... How can I say this without offending anybody in the side chat? I'm just going to say it. For people that believe in stupid shit. Because Anonymous just bought a mug but didn't listen to me about entering their name on, you know, Teespring. Or maybe they wanted to remain anonymous. Or maybe their name is actually anonymous. Audrey Rebedu, my honest answer would be to buy one of these babies. The Smock Nord. Or if you can get it, the Smock Nord 2. I've got loads of... Good evening, Conrad Kopek. I've got loads and loads and loads of different devices. But as a lot of you will see, this is the one I nearly always use, and it's a really good one. Battery life's okay. You've got to remember to just get your mind to the mindset. I didn't need to say mind and mindset, but it's too late. I've said it now, and I'm attempting to recover before anyone notices. You've got to trick your mind into believing that this is a cigarette. So when you get that, I need a cigarette feeling, this is your cigarette. Just don't forget to charge it. That would be my... But no, in all seriousness, my advice, Audrey, would be just do it. Don't wait. If you can go to a vape shop tomorrow, because you're in America, aren't you? If you can go to a vape shop tomorrow, or if you can order one online, If you need any help, email me, thecreakyblinder@gmail.com, and I will be more than happy to send you a suitable Amazon link or whatever. Just do it. You'll be so glad you did. You will be so glad you did, honestly, because remember this. To all the naysayers, nobody has ever said that vaping is 100% safe. I don't say that. The way we describe it in the shop is when we are speaking to somebody who's a little bit apprehensive about whether it's safe or not. Nobody's ever said it's completely safe, because if you're inhaling something, it's not completely safe. But what has been proven beyond any reasonable doubt by Public Health England is that it is 93% safer than smoking. And this is the analogy I give to my customers. So let's imagine now you are a non-smoker. You've never touched a cigarette in your life, ever. And I'm stood there with you in front of me, and I've got a gun at your head. And I say to you, you either have to smoke every day for the rest of your life, starting now, or you have to vape every day for the rest of your life. Which one are you going to choose? You know, it's a no-brainer for me, and I know how much healthier I feel. The only downside for me is I did put a bit of weight on, but that's because I'm a greedy git. Audrey Rebdu, Blue, BLU, the e-cigarette brand. Don't bother. Absolute waste of time. Blue is such a poor brand, unless of course they'd like to sponsor me. Blue is such a poor brand. They gave our shop like £1,000 worth of stock to sell, and we have still got, after 12 months, probably about £950 worth of it left, because nobody buys it, because it's a supermarket brand and it's owned by Big Tobacco, and it is shit. Do not buy Blue. It doesn't work. But that's another thing about vaping, and I don't often get into conversations about vaping, but you asked the question, and I'm more than happy to answer it. Again, it's not, this isn't a magic device. This isn't magically going to stop you from wanting to smoke cigarettes. You'll still want to smoke cigarettes, but you've got to trick your mind into thinking this is your cigarette. And also, it'll only work for you if you want it to work. So if you aren't ready to give up smoking tobacco, you're not going to be able to do it even with an e-cigarette, because it's not magic. There's no secret power. You know, it doesn't come floating across the room and take the cravings away. So just bear those things in mind, and just do it. Honestly, just do it. Flip the Lion batteries from the Blue e-cigs and sell them cheap. Win-win. That's not a bad shout, actually. LRJ88. Anyway, peepsicles, I'm having so much fun telling you about free channel membership, which you can have if you're a YouTube Premium user and you live in Japan, South Korea, Brazil, Ireland, and the UK for some reason, as well as... wrong way. What a dick. CGI mug. Sarcasm cam mug. And matching t-shirts. Buy them. You'll be glad you did. Just think how cool you look. You know, I've had an idea as well. I'm very tempted to do a limited run t-shirt. Maybe just do... Because I don't know who watches Sir Sick, obviously, but the joke he makes at the end of every video, buy this t-shirt that's printed to order now before it strangely runs out of stuff. You've all heard the joke if you watch him. But I did think, because I got loads and loads and loads, and I've got a lot of t-shirt designs because I do them for fun. Because I've got no life. But I'm very tempted to do a limited run t-shirt. Maybe, I don't know, maybe 25 or, I don't know, 50. I don't sell a lot of merchandise, and I'm certainly not going to be retiring on merch sales, but I might yeah, I might do a limited run t-shirt. Would anybody be up for that? And in closing, and to address a name I have just seen in the side chat, sheep, definitely do not go quack. Take it from me, I'm Welsh. Thank you to everybody for joining me. Thank you to everybody who super chatted and become a channel member. Extra special thank you to David Height for the largest super chat I have received thus far on my channel. Audrey Rebedew, I don't know yet, but watch this space. And I'm out here. Take care, everyone. Love you, bye.